Hello, this is a cry for help to the Sonic fandom. Please teach me how to draw Sonic. Honestly, I really would like critique. I am welcoming critique right now. If you don't want to watch this video, feel free to skip to the end and just look at how the art turns out. I have no idea how it's going to turn out because I've never attempted this before. I would love advice on just how to make Sonic kind of look like Sonic, where people like to stylize Sonic and where it tends to look weird. And I know stylizing Sonic can look weird because we all know about that whole bit with that Sonic movie where he was like, they designed him really weird and then literally redesigned and animated the entire movie just because the fandom was like, he doesn't look correct. Yeah, I know I'm gonna make mistakes. I know there's probably ways people like to see him. Feel free to just give me your advice. I'd really appreciate it. My only request is, maybe don't be blatantly mean. I'm a little sensitive, so just if your critique could be phrased in ways that don't include F you, your art sucks, that would be really nice. Obviously, though, I can't control you, and you're allowed to do whatever you want, so yeah, that said, I'm going to be trying to draw this little thing, whatever he is. I know he's a hedgehog, but honestly, like, he doesn't look like a hedgehog, literally at all. He's weird, circle shape man with noodle limbs and like spiky boys. That's what he is, and like a single weirdly shaped eye. I'm talking as though I really don't like Sonic. Honestly, I do like Sonic. I grew up playing, like, not a whole lot, but like some of the Sonic games. I think Sonic Adventure 2 was a game I liked to play a lot when I was a kid. I had this like shiny red shell I was super attached to, and I was so scared of losing like the game cartridge that went to the GameCube, except I played it on my Wii because the Wii has spots for that. I still have that Wii to this day. I have no idea where the cartridge is though. Cherry, rest in peace. I played a couple of the Sonic games. I've watched the new Sonic movies. I have Sonic Frontier, though I can't play it because my Switch is broken. And my girlfriend and hi, I'm queer, if that wasn't obvious, have been out on the outskirts edge of the Sonic fandom. I'm gonna be drawing art. That's the point of this video. Feel free to stick around or again skip to the end and just see the result. But yeah, let's go. Alright, so we got Sonic dude here. He's got a circle head. He's got this weird little torso. His shoes are such a weird shape. Like, why are they shaped like that? Honestly, I give props to all of the Sonic creators on here. I don't follow a whole lot of Sonic creators. There's really only one that I like, but I know there are a lot of people who do like Sonic and do create content around Sonic, so I really do want to give everybody props because this is like really hard. Because I'm like, is this right? Is this proportionally correct? It looks really weird to me because maybe it's just because I haven't drawn like the whole head and spikes yet, but he has no neck and it's killing my soul. It's killing my very being to just not give him any sort of like appendage here so we can move his little head around. I'm looking at this here and I'm just realizing that it doesn't look like he actually has any bit like of blue like there. It goes straight from this little torso here to this weird mouthy bit. So I guess I gotta make sure that like connects directly here. Like, how do people stylize Sonic? That's really what I want to know. Like, I know there's, you know, theoretically a quote-unquote correct way to draw Sonic. I think he's got this little nose here. But I really want to know, like, what's socially, not that there's any socially acceptable way to draw a character. No, actually, there is. That was probably the dumbest thing I ever could have said. There, of course, are socially acceptable ways to draw characters. There are things you're not allowed to do, and things you are allowed to do. But in terms of Sonic, I don't... Is there a wrong way to draw Sonic? I'm sure there are problematic ways to draw Sonic, and I'm sure there's ways that are not problematic to draw Sonic, where people would absolutely fillet you. And I just kind of want to know what those are. I'm curious. How many fingers does Sonic have? Okay, Sonic is one of those people who has 4 fingers, and I just think that's cursed. Do I have to draw him with 4 fingers? Am I allowed to draw him with 5 fingers? Do people do that? I'm gonna stick drawing him with 4 fingers. That might look weird. I'm angry that his hands are drawn semi-decently because hands are hard for me to draw. I can draw legs and arms, but they made his legs and arms noodles, like really easy to draw. And then they actually made his hands have those, like, you know, have knuckles and joints and dip-it. So, I'm angry about it. Rolling around at the speed of sound, got places to go now to follow my rainbow. Wait, is that a... Do you have a buckle? What is that? Hold on, I need to do some Googling. I've never noticed that Sonic has like a buckle before. I feel like when you draw a character, you start noticing things about them that you've literally never seen before. Like, drawing a character from memory the very first time you draw them, I really just don't think is fully possible. Because there's just aspects of the character's design that will just elude you until you have to draw them and you go, what is that? What is that thing? What's that thing there? And in my case, I'm looking at this weird buckle that's gonna go right like here, I think. Beautiful. There. 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 Please move image of Sonic I do not own. I need to draw Sonic. Try. And I wanted to find out, just keep on moving ahead. I don't know the words to this song. Please help, I don't know what I'm doing. Please help me. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Does Sonic have a butt? Like I said, beautiful, and it just made me think about, just does Sonic have a butt? I don't mean that in a weird way, because I'm pretty sure when I looked it up that Sonic and his friends are supposed to be like minors, I think. I'm not sure if that varies based on the game. I know, like, when you look into Legend of Zelda, Link is sometimes he's a child and sometimes he's an adult. And I assume like it could be one of those things, but in general, from what I've seen, Sonic is supposed to be a child, which I have some concerns about, but they're the same concerns I have with basically every piece of media, where it's like, oh look, it's about these children who fight evil people and who should be just being kids. And I don't think Sonic is going to be ready to like save the universe at childhood in general. Am I allowed to make him furry? I know people hated when they made him furry before. I'm giving him at least like a little furry chest here, like where that little white part is, because I can. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty sure Sonic is supposed to be like a minor. I really hope I'm wrong. Please tell me if I am, because dear God, why are people horny for a hedgehog? He's a hedgehog and a child. Like that's an animal. Is it because of the Bee Movie? I think the Bee Movie did this to society. How anthropomorphic does your character have to be for it to be okay to be interested in them? I don't really want to know if there is a correct answer to this question or if this is a real debate. This is just me explaining my thought process right now. Okay, I am changing the topic. Okay, wait. I just realized something. So no, his chest wouldn't be furry, wouldn't it? Because if this part is supposed to be, like the tan part, if that's supposed to be parts where he doesn't have any fur, then he's just bare-chested. Have people drawn Sonic with abs? Because if he is bare-chested, wouldn't that mean that's where his, like, abdominal muscles are? God, I've got so many awful questions. I have a question. So when characters only have 3 fingers, which fingers are those generally? Okay, so they obviously have thumbs, but what are the other fingers called? Because you've got a pointer finger, a middle finger, an index finger, and a pinky finger. So do they just not have pinkies? Or do they not, like, have index fingers? Or is it the middle finger? Do they just remove the middle finger so there's no longer the threat of a character flipping you off? Hello, hold on 2 seconds while I make a, comic for... Not a comic, a folder for my Sonic fan art. I like to organize things way too much, not in like my real life, but digitally. Everything is in folders upon folders upon folders, so all of my fan art is organized into separate categories, and it's a glorious day when I realize that I don't have a folder for a fandom, and I get to make my first piece and make my first folder, and hopefully have more than 3 things in it. He's so bright! I hate that! Do I have to? His arms are so noodly, but it's too late for me. Boop. Boop. Ooh. If you can't tell, I'm not a cell shader. Cell shader. If you can't tell, I'm not a cell... If you can't tell, I'm not a cell shader. Why is that so hard to say? I can at least see the appeal of, like, his cute little ears, because, like,
Oh, like I want to have cute little ears too. I give him these little points. I don't know if that's what hedgehogs like look like. I don't even know if his ears or what hedgehog ears look like. They kind of just look like triangles. But I gave his these little weird like flicked points. So yes.
Alright, so here is my Sonic fan art completed. I was gonna do like a whole bunch of them, but I figured this one actually took a while. I actually shaded it. I wouldn't say I did it very cleanly, but I definitely like completely shaded it, so I figure, alright, we'll just do one of them. Just to give it a try, just to dabble in the art of Sonic fan art. So yeah, feel free to tell me what you think. In my personal opinion, I actually think it turned out really well. The only thing I have to complain about in terms of my own work, looking back on it, is that his arms look a little weird. They definitely look a lot more noodly. I think I probably could have made them a bit thicker and maybe given them a bit more of a feel like they're harder to bend instead of just being complete noodles. I think I did a fairly good job for his legs, for getting a feel for how they're supposed to bend, but I don't know, I don't think I did a very good job for the arms. Otherwise, that's my critique. Feel free to let me know in the comments what you thought, what your critiques are, and yeah, hope you guys had a fun time just, you know, watching me talk about Sonic. Have a very good day, guys. Bye. Gotta go fast.